Sir, it's great to have your fine mind and heart on the show tonight. It's great. It's so lucky and fortunate we have you at this moment coming out of that Vilsack press conference. Thank you, Wade Henderson of the Leadership Conference. Let's turn now to Errol Lewis, a columnist for the New York Daily News and a radio host for WWRL. Boy, I got to tell you, this is America. This is America 2010, isn't it? Aren't we right there?
Absolutely.
In our country.
Absolutely, absolutely. In fact, to see the footage of the Spooners, the couple that Shirley Sherrod helped, to hear her speech in its entirety. You know, I actually met Shirley Sherrod. It was a long time ago, back in the 1990s. I used to go down to these conferences at her organization, the Federation of Southern Cooperatives. I mean, just salt of the earth people, and everybody's kind of grappling in good faith, including Secretary Vilsack. You got to give him a lot of credit for that as well. And yeah, that's America. We're grappling our way through. And this, in fact, for the first time in a while, sounds like the conversation on race that the president told us we would be in for.
Well, let me ask you the question I brought up with Wade Henderson. The question, again, going back to Kill a Mockingbird, this rash judgment of white people, of black people. It hasn't gone away. This woman was judged in a matter of minutes based upon a right-wing diatribe, a fixed piece of tape thrown on the air, a right-wing, to a large extent, right-wing point of view network, Fox, jumping on it, putting it on their website. All of a sudden, this administration, led by an African-American, is so scared or whatever, somewhere down the line, the word got through in their electric system, their nervous system, we better act and sack her fast.
Well, I'll tell you, there are a lot of people down in your town, Chris, who get wired into this, the story of the day, the media of the moment, and that connection has got to be broken. I mean, just like Vilsack was made to ask questions, I'd love to see the equivalent press conference for the producers that decided to put this thing on Fox and who gave it credence. I mean, I'd really like to hear some honest talk from people about what were you thinking? I mean, there's nothing in our business that says you condense a 43-minute speech down to, you know, to 2 minutes from somebody with an obvious ideological agenda and then throw it out there and put his interpretation on it. That's just bad practice. That's bad business. And you know, there should be a lot of red faces over there. I'm waiting to hear from Fox the equivalent of Secretary Vilsack's
You're being sarcastic. You're being sarcastic. You expect shame on their part. Let me ask you this. Don't you think that word we were given today, that vocabulary word from Michelle Bachmann today, that she says she's going to be a receptacle for Tea Party thinking, receptacle? That's what Fox has become. These networks put on whatever that's out there. They are receptacle, a trash can. For whatever's thrown into the right-wing trash can, they grab it up like a receptacle. What a perfect word. Thank you, Michelle Bachmann.
Well, maybe
that's the media today in the right.
Maybe that's it. But you know and I know that there are folks over there, Chris, who are low-level producers who are just trying to do their job the best way that they can, and who maybe they're getting orders from on high. You know, I mean, I'd like to figure out what's going on in there. Who is giving the orders to do something like this? It's got to be somebody held accountable.
It took us a long time. It took us a while to find out what's going on here and to find out that actually this woman, I'm not saying she's saintly, I'm saying she's human, trying to overcome what we all grew up with, race in this country, and trying to learn about her own beliefs and how they should be shaken down from on high so that she can make the right judgment as a cooperative person and then working in the federal government. And giving that as a lecture, we're watching it right now in this picture, trying to tell her fellow African Americans, you know, it's not all about race. Sometimes it's about poverty. Sometimes it's about common brotherhood. We got to look around and see similar situations beyond the thing we grew up with. And then she gets belted by the right wing for telling this story of how she was redeemed, how she found reconciliation with her fellow men. And it's unbelievable that they would take the best thing in our society and turn it into this rotten business we've been going through for the last couple of days. Let's take a listen here. Here is Breitbart himself talking about his motivation. I don't know why we're even listening on NBC. Let's listen. Here it is.
So my motivation was to say, I have evidence that shows, based upon your standard of people in the audience behaving racist, we have an NAACP sanctioned event in which the speaker is talking in a racist narrative in which the audience, when she refers to a white farmer, to a white lawyer, to send it to one of your own kind, and when she talks about not giving him the full weight of what she could do with her position, the audience cheers.
Well, that's Breitbart making his best losing argument there. Here he is again. Here's the clip, by the way. He posted again. Let's take a look at it right now. Let's listen.
The first time I was faced with having to help a white farmer save his farm, he took a long time talking, but he was trying to show me he was superior to me. Right. I knew what he was doing, right, but he had to come to me for help. What he didn't know, while he was taking all that time trying to show me he was superior to me, was I was trying to decide just how much help I was going to give him.
Errol Lewis, stick with us. We're going to bring in right now Bucknell University professor James Peterson, who specializes in media, popular culture.